we will discuss the SAP Cloud Connector and the destination services on the BTP. Okay. There are some as blogs on the same topic. I opened three. Okay, they discussed the same thing on in different ways, and also they are giving the steps how we can configure the cloud connector. Before the configuration, first we need to know what is it. First, I'm going to discuss the cloud connector. Then I will then we will discuss the destinations on the BTP side. What is cloud connector? Cloud connector is a service or tool, something like that, that is available on some on-prem machine, and which is that on-prem machine can be on private cloud. That means this machine is usually owned by the organization or the customer, and it is used to connect the on-prem systems to the with the BTP. Okay. Here in this blog, it's detailed definition and description is there. We can edit here, but in a simple and in a single line as in a high level, cloud connector we use to provide the connectivity to the on-prem system. Obviously, when it provides the connectivity, it also manages the security and authorization related requirements. Just well, so just hold 1 minute. Mark and Zunair will join us. Okay. Zunair and Hamad is with me now. Okay, let's recap that what we discussed in last 1-2 minutes. We just started 1-2 minutes. Two topics we will discuss in today's session: the SAP Cloud Connector and the destination service on BTP side. First, the Cloud Connector. What is Cloud Connector? Cloud Connector is we use Cloud Connector to connect on-prem systems with the BTP. We all know that BTP is on internet, means on public cloud. It's publicly available, and the on-prem system usually the on-prem system, which is SAP, usually does not have the internet. So that system, if a system does not have internet, the BTP cannot run, because BTP needs the internet because it's on because of the cloud, because of on the internet. So to connect these systems which are on-prem and not having the internet, or if have the internet, but due to the strict policies, they cannot open system to be directly connect to the public cloud sites. So to manage these requirements, Cloud Connector comes in the picture, and we use the Cloud Connector for that. So Cloud Connector not only provides the connection to the on-prem and BTP system, is also manages the authorizations and roles like requirements. As I already told that this blog I will share you. You will read this blog once. One time reading will be enough, inshallah. And also we discussed that Cloud Connector we usually installed in some on-prem system. And here this blog is is mentioning some prereqs that what is the minimum requirement of the system for the cloud connector, like 1 GB to 4 GB, hard disk space is 1 GB, CPU, and the recommending the architecture compatibilities is mentioned here. Similarly, also the software requirements are mentioned here. Okay. Okay. Let me open one more block. I think this block. Okay. Okay. This block has one picture as well. Okay. We can see that here. There is one vertical line. In the one side is the internet, public cloud. Another side is on-prem. Okay. So we can see that SAP Business Technology Platform has some services like the cloud integration, API management. Okay, and in the on-prem system, we have SAP, and then we have iDocs and SOAP services, RFCs, or data like that, and we have one more machine, for example, which has a cloud connector. If this API let's assume we have an example that a vendor need to get some information of purchase order from this on-prem SAP system. So we want to use the SAP standard API management. Okay. But how this we will do? We will do that this API we will configure in this integration cloud. In cloud integration means that's using the tool CPI usually cloud platform integration tool we will use on the BTP, and we'll configure the integration scenario, and then that integration scenario we use to connect with the RAP system. This using this cloud connector because BTP knows the cloud connector and cloud connector knows the SAP RAP system. So over request goes here, cloud connector will then route to the RAP system, maybe using RFC or data, so PyDoc, depends which method we use or we implement. According to that, we get the data and similarly get that back to the integration state. Value. Okay. Okay, this is the more clarity of the cloud connectors. Up to now, any question on the cloud connector if you have, we can discuss. I think okay, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will show you how we can install and download the cloud connector in our systems. SAP, this is the SAP link from where you will find the cloud connector. Let me open that. And before the installation, there is one prereq. You should have the Java 8 version minimum at least on your system available. That Java version you can install from here. Let me open this link as well. First, you install the Java, then you install the cloud connector. When cloud both will be installed, then you use this link, and you use this link, cloud connector will open. Okay, I will show you in the system shortly. Here we can see that this link has different tools, but we are interested in cloud connector. Then therefore we will search the cloud connector here. We will scroll down. This is SAP Cloud Connector. SAP, no, not this. I think. Where? Yes. So we need to scroll more. This is Cloud Connector. Okay. So we will download as per our system is Linux, Mac, and Windows. If we have Windows, then we will go to the Windows. As per the requirement, we will see what is our architecture. According to that, we will download the software. And Java, for the Java, obviously from here, we will download our Java. There are different versions of Javas are there. For example, this is Linux, Windows, maybe For example, in my case, in my laptop, yesterday I download this, okay? And it depends on your system. According to that, you download and then install. To check which versions you have, you usually go to the command line and check the Java dash version. You found that. For example, let me check. I think this is the command. Yes. Okay. My machine has this version. Yesterday, when I was preparing this for you, my laptop doesn't has this because I just uh, bought this laptop. Yesterday I installed this, then I installed the Cloud Connector here. Now let me to open that. Where is this one? Where's the link? This one. This link we open. We will be entered in the Cloud Connector. It is not working because Cloud Connector is not in start position. We can stop the Cloud Connector. When I install the Cloud Connector, these shortcuts appears here. Start and stop. Usually we should not install the Cloud Connector on our laptop. Okay, this is for just we install just for our session. Okay, Cloud Connector should not be on your laptop. Cloud Connector is on some machine on the data center. Okay. So, for example, we are in the data center. This is data center machine, and we start the Cloud Connector. It is always in start position. Okay. You only start if you need. Otherwise, it is in start position. Now I refresh the page. It's taking some time. Meanwhile, it's will be there. Let me log in the BTP page as well to save the time. I save the login link in the favorites. Let's go to sub account. Here, this is the Cloud Connector link. When I go here, we can see that no Cloud Connector available. There is no Cloud Connector connected. Okay. We are going to connect this Cloud Connector. Now its screen is there. This is the link, and we can see the login page is here. When you start the contractor, the default password will be default user will be administrator, and password will be manage. MANAGE. Okay. Always this is the user and this is the password. When you first time log in, it prompts you to change the password. So we must have to change the password. So yesterday when I log in, then I change the password. I simply put one here and I change it. Okay. Then this is your user password always. Where I click. Okay. Sheets. Okay, this printer is here. Now, here we can see that the list of sub accounts connected. Multiple sub accounts can be connected to the Cloud Connector. Okay, so this Cloud Connector does not have any sub account available. We cannot see any. Here from here we can add the sub account. Let's add it quickly. I am keeping this blank. I'm going to next. We have two options: configure manually, configure using authentication data. If configure using authentication data, then let me go to BTP. I will download this authentication file. Okay, this is new available option. Before that, it was not there. We only had option to go from manual. Now we have another option. We can download this authentication file. When we have a file in our system, then we can just when I go to the next, we will just browse the file or paste the contents from the text contents from the file or browse the file, and next it will be connected. Now let's go manual configuration, which we were doing earlier. When you go to the manual, here we will provide the region. What is our region in our subaccount? Let's go to the overview. You can see this subaccount has US, East, VA, AWS. This is the reason. Okay. There are many regions available. Okay. When I search the US, now we East, USWVA, I think this one. Okay, this is our region and the sub account. This is the sub account ID. I will copy. Sub account and the display name any name. For example, let's it is zero. Okay, development system, for example. And this is our login password will be here. Okay. This is the user. This user should be available on with the sub account. Okay. This is the location ID. Location ID is another topic, is another thing. Yes, I am leaving blanket, but this we use. Just shortly, I can tell you that this is optional field in some cases, and it is mandatory field for some other cases. For example, if you are using, you want to use this sub account in the business in the cloud platform integration API, then you need a location. You need to access the cloud connector using the location in your integration scenarios. For example, this is location is any location from by type the test. Okay, so that test you will use in this integration scenario. As because we are not going in integration scenarios, so we are not mentioning any location. Okay. When we use this cloud connector for Fury development in business application studio, location ID is not required. No, we will provide any description if you want, then finish. When you finish it, it is already now connected since not to resource available because we didn't add any resource yet. And from here, I can disconnect it. I can export its configuration. For example, I can export it in a file, then I can reuse it to some other system from where I can import. Right. Now, let's see our BTP Cloud Connector. No, it's here. Location we didn't provide anything that's by default is coming. Otherwise, location ID will be here. So we can see the cloud connector is here. It is in connected state. And that's all. And now when we use, that's all for cloud connector, but it's not enough. Now, let's do some quickly because we are running time out. Now, cloud on-prem. We can add our on-prem system here. Okay, let's add some system. We don't have any system to be added, but let me show you some how we can add. Here in the app system, for example, we select then protocol HTTP, HTTPS, any what protocol you use. Okay, HTTPS is recommended. Then you provide the internal host and the port. Host will be the is the URL of your web system or IP. You can say that. Okay, we will provide with the HTTP / and the IP like that. Because host we defined in the application system. This basis team know that if Lakshmi is with us, she know that how we define the host in the system. So that host we provide here, and also the port she know that what will be the port of the system. That port will provide, for example, well, dummy, I provide dummy thing, okay? Valid or missing input. Okay, title name. HTTPS. No, HTTP we choose it should not be. How to provide the URL? Just share is. Can you hold, please? Hello.
Tika, I think it is the host name of the S/4HANA system, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry if I was there. I was on the call. You was saying something, Nora?
No, I'm saying it should be the host name of the S/4HANA system, right?
Yes, correct. Okay, because dummy entry is not accepting. So let me explain here. When we provide the host, actual host there, then the next step will be the external host and external port. Okay, so we should provide any name and any port as per our what we want. Okay, any text, for example, we can provide like that. Zero dev and the port, for example, okay, other port. So that external port will be, this is internal, okay. In the next step, external port will then that external port we will use in the BTP in the destinations, okay, to hide our actual host, okay. And then we finish, and then when we finish, that system will be here. Let me show from these screenshots. This we added, okay. This we done. Now we are adding the backend system. We choose the ABAP system, they choose SAP gateway system. Okay, if your gateway is separate, then HTTPS you're choosing, then internal host. Okay, then the external host or virtual host, you can say. Okay, you will see another name, another port. Okay, then principal type, you will choose none. Here we can choose the basic authentication. For example, then you provide some user password there. Basic authentication, we all know that is not secure, but for test purpose, we can use. And they use none because they use the certificates like that. Okay. Then system came. Okay. Like this, it is reachable. It should not be not connected or red color. It should be in the green color. Okay. Then we need to add the resources here. Okay. We click the add here. For example, /SAP and save. So /SAP mean any services we will access which is under the folder SAP. Okay. We can further restrict that. For example, we will provide the complete path of our OData service, for example. So only that OData service will be accessible using that Cloud Connector connection to that particular server, for example. If we only SAP mean After the SAP, anything after the SAP is static, you can say. Okay. So that's all. When you do that, Cloud Connector configuration is done. That's all for Cloud Connector. And on the then we have to come to the BTP. On the BTP, we create the destination. Okay. In the destination, for example, let's create the new one from scratch. Let's maximize it. You will provide any name. You will provide the type, HTTP, HTTPS, any proxy type internet, then the URL. For example, you will provide here your external host or virtual host here that you configure in the Cloud Connector. You will provide here an authentication. What authentication methods you need, you will use here. Usually in the testing development, we use basic, or in production, we never use basic. We use author. Sometime SAML we use, it depends. We use different authentication methods. And after that, you create it. When you create it, it should be, when then you test this connection, it should be connection should be successful, reachable. You can say that. When it is successful, then what name you use here, you will use that name in the business application studio to access your OData services, for example, or other resources from your on-prem system, for example. For example, if the OData, you can consume your OData service in Business Application Studio to develop the front end of using the Fury apps. Right? So that's all I want to discuss today. If a system has a internet available and BTP is accessible from that system, that Cloud Connector is not required. You can use that. You will use the destination directly. That this destination will directly work without Cloud Connector.